Whoops. I have my phone plugged in and it's on this little stand and it's pulling. So I'm hoping that this is gonna work. Let me see if I can get this rose to hold it. I have a bucket of roses over here. There we go. Hi guys. I'm going to do a mason jar arrangement today. This is just a typical quart mason jar that you probably have under your sink or in your cabinet for canning. You can always, you know, empty out tomatoes and put some flowers in it. So I'm going to show you just a little design work with a pretty sunflower as a focal point and some other fall flowers. Even though it feels like winter right now, we are still technically in fall. This is Agonis. It's kind of spelt like Agnes, but it's Agonis. It is one of my favorite greeneries because it pulls in that beautiful burgundy-ish purple color, and in wedding bouquets, which we're doing a wedding this weekend with it, it is beautiful. Look at this rose. It's called Amnesia. I don't know if you can see that. And this together, it's the bomb. I love it. So I'm going to use some of the Agonis, which is a really good wispy type greenery. My little tips are a little shriveled up, which means that the cold air got to them. But we don't want to not use the whole thing, and nope, like you can't really tell that I chopped it. It's fine. It just had a little haircut. And now this rose is in my face. There we go. All right, so I'm going to use the Agonis in this as well. I know you guys know my whole thing on greenery, but I really love greenery, and just because it's called greenery doesn't mean it's green. It can be purple, it can be red. I can show you guys a couple other things that I'm going to use in this as well. One is called Leucadendron, which is kind of like a protea family, but it's actually technically a greenery. So I love the hue of this one, but I have another one that's my favorite. This one is still good. It's got a good texture. It looks like it's really expensive and kind of hard to come by when it's not. It's actually super easy to come by if the weather promotes or is permitting. And this, I don't know where it grows, maybe South America or something. But this one is Safari Sunset, but this also is Safari Sunset. Look at this one. That's what I talk about. This is so beautiful. The color is so beautiful, and it's tall, so it can give us some height to a vase. But I'm actually just going to use the green ones today, and the reason being is because I already am using the Agonis, and that's going to help me with some coloring. And I don't want to waste two good greeneries at the same time in one vase. So that's my thinking. I don't know if it's relevant or not, but that's just me and my thinking. If you have a small flower shop you're trying to run, and you have to make sure that you're being cost effective, but also doing things to where they're unique. So that is why I'm using these. And sometimes they come, like this one came with 3 blooms. So that's awesome for cost effective reasons, because I have 3 blooms for the price of 1. This one is just 1, but it's just one sensational one. Okay, so I have a very large sunflower that's going to be my focal point. I'm going to start with that. So here is my vase so far. I'm going to put it right in the middle. You're going to notice that this is going to completely overpower the vase. And I am doing it a little bit lower just because I want it to be my focal point. I already lost some of my... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where in this shop I can do videos to where you can see behind me and talk, and it's not possible. So I'm trying my hardest to make sure that you guys are going to get to see the fun stuff that I do, but also in a way that I can do it. I'm just not good at technology at all, but man, I can make some killer flowers. This is a Hypericum berry. This comes in multiple colors. This one is burgundy, and I actually really love this one. Sometimes it comes with red, and the red is true red. This is more of a burgundy. It has a darker green foliage. Sometimes the foliage comes in, it does not look good, and we have to make it look good with the berries, because the berries is what we're actually going for. So, especially during winter, it seems as though they sometimes come in and they're not necessarily the greatest quality. This is safflower. It comes with lots of little stems, so whenever you have a vase you're trying to make and it's cost effective, these are really easy to use, and I almost need like a little podium to set this up on. Let's see if I can get it. I'll just unplug it real quick. See, my phone was about to die. Hello. Yeah, my phone was about to die. I'm at the end of the day. So on a typical day,
There you go.
oh, perfect, thank you. On a typical day, I don't really get to do any of this until about 2 o'clock because I'm busy trying to do everything out front. On an Amanda, this is how I want to live my life day, I start this at 8:30 in the morning. That would be what I'd really like. And that's what we're working towards. She did it this morning. Yeah, she did it all. So I'm just breaking these safflower apart. And they literally remind me of little bitty Dr. Seuss blooms. Aren't they funny with the little hair? It's kind of like some Patrick Mahomes hair. I love me some Patrick Mahomes. I like Travis Kelce a little bit better, but that's all right. Okay, so I have this, and I really need the length of this stem. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these off, and I'm going to use them in a different container. But I need the ones that are distanced perfectly to where they're not the same height. These two are just about the same height. So I'm going to cut one of them off. I'm going to leave this one. Then I'm going to cut this. Because we don't want little rabbit ears in the back, but we need some height. And I'm going to pull my leucadendron now in between them. I know some of you guys are turning me off because this is really boring, but other of you, if you find this interesting, I love it. Okay, so right now I could put Viking pops in here. I'm really kind of thinking I'm not going to do that. I think that's going to be a little bit too many sunflowers because that sunflower is massive. I'm thinking I'm going to go with more of a Free Spirit rose. Free Spirit rose are a really close rose to a garden rose. See how it's lacy? Unlike a regular red rose, it's just solid. There's no laciness. This is more of a garden rose, and when they blow open, they are fragrant and beautiful, and they look like lace. They are a beautiful orange and pink and yellow color. So guess how many roses I'm going to put in this. I know you guys probably already know because I already told you that we do things in threes. I could just do one if I had something else this color, but I don't. So I'm going to use 3 of these little boogers. Let me see here. I'm off. I don't like how this one's facing. So I'm going to reposition it. And then I'm going to pick him over here. Okay. So he's a little bit too crammed for my liking. Hey, it's in the sink. It's in that sink. You can leave it in there. It's okay. Okay. And I need a little something something in here. Let's see. I think I need another berry. This berry is hidden. So my point is when you're making an arrangement or whenever you're receiving an arrangement, you don't want flowers that are hidden by other flowers because you're paying for them. So you want to be able to see each of these blooms and to be able to see them fully. Because why are you paying $3 to $5 for a stem of flowers and you're covering it up with another flower? I have a really big pet peeve about that. I honestly think what I need is a little bit of Saladego, which is in the cooler. So I'm going to run and go grab that. I'll be right back. Ooh, or I could do some tulips. This is Saladego. This is gonna lighten this up. I don't have my halo light on, so you guys are not getting the accurate coloring. I think I need to probably get that on. Let me do that real quick. See if I can figure this out, and it's like at the end, but I just want to make sure that you guys can see this arrangement and see how beautiful it is. So See the difference in the coloring now? These two are too close, and sometimes I don't even realize where I need to nitpick until I take a photograph, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a huge hole right here. Oh my goodness, these two colors don't go together. Oh my goodness, I do not like that there are 3 roses. There only needs to be 1. I very seldom only don't have that problem. It's always I don't have enough and I need to add more. So I would probably put an adorable little raffia bow around the neck of this vase, and I'm gonna add some agaves to the back. I need some height. I'm not getting any height here. Traditional rules for florists, which are traditional because now I watch amazing florists on Instagram all the time, you know, with all my free time. Okay, I watch amazing florists on Instagram once every 3 months, and they are always doing things that are not traditional whatsoever. So when people are like, oh, you 1.5 times your vase. I've heard that my whole life, 1.5 times your vase. So I think I'm just naturally proportioned to do 1.5 times my vase. But now, I mean, these florists that are in the city, I don't even know that they use vases anymore. They're doing more of the foam and the cool containers and stuff like that. I'm all about that. That's super cool. But living in a small town and oh, I just got water in my eyeball. Woo! Doing things a little bit more cost effective. We do vases, and in my brain, it's because I think that the flowers live longer in vases. And my thinking is because you can recut them, and that's what we do here. We recut flowers all the time. But if you are doing it in an arrangement that's in foam, then you have to add water to it. And I feel like the tubes on your flowers at the end are more likely to seal and then not get as much water as long. And that could be a myth. And if any of my other florist friends are thinking or watching this and they think I'm wrong, I would love for you to tell me, because I love learning new things. But okay, this, I still have a hole right here. I'm sure you guys can see it. Let me see. I need a little something something, and I don't know what my something is. Let's do a Crispidia. This is a Crispidia ball. I think I just went through that bloom. Oh my gosh, Amanda Brand, you did. Okay, that was too tall. Doing this in a mirrored image is extremely difficult, by the way. So you guys are not seeing the right angle, but I can't show it to you because I'm not talented enough to build an arrangement backwards. I'm not just gonna put 1 because I can't just put 1 Crispidia. It would look weird. Guess how many I'm going to put? 3, and guess what that's going to do to our price? Raise it. I have a problem. I have very expensive taste. That's my problem. Actually, I honestly think we could get by with just 2 Crispidia. I really do. I really want another one right there, but I think I could get by with just 2 because we're adding $3 every time I add 1. Eek! Okay, so I would put an adorable raffia bow, and then I would call this a day, and this arrangement would be around $47.50 or so, something like that. Or we could put some adorable wheat in there, which is what I probably will do after I end this video because it's lasting too long. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Stay tuned for new ones. Bye!